Hello, I'm Mr. Spock. Just kidding. Today we're going to go ahead and finish off part 6 of FYODOR Dostoyevsky Crime and Punishment. Remember, there's technically a part 7, the epilogue. Let's get to start with. Greetings, Offling. Okay, let's get this started with. Alright, FYODOR Dostoyevsky's Crime and Punishment, Part 6. Here we actually get the confession. Now, Raskolnikov goes ahead and does a lot of weird things in his life. Sure, he's murdered the axe. That's not the weirdest thing he's done, but it is definitely the worst thing that he's ever done too. And we have a few others really cool things to talk about. Interrogations, all those real confessions, and then all those prison breaks. With all that talk happening, there's not much that we can really say about this. There's some interrogation going on, and finally Raskolnikov actually goes and confesses. But before that, a lot of interesting things happen. Svidrigaard goes ahead and has a little, shall we say, talk with, shall we also say, his sister Dunya, and because of that little talk, there's a lot of things that going on, and because those things this is a Svidrigaard actually wants to go ahead and marry Dunya. Unfortunately, Dunya is not into him, and she never has been, and he's all like, "How dare you? You're not into me." And with that, there's some weird thing that goes on around him, and next thing that you know, it's that, well, this is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But he goes in and locks the door, and, well, Dunya goes ahead and runs away, tries to open the door. It's locked, realizes it's locked, and then grabs out the pistol and says, "I'm gonna shoot you if you come any near me." Shoot me, go ahead. It's not like you're actually gonna do it. Shoot, miss, shoot, grazes the temple. Youch! And he says, "Well, if you're not gonna marry me, I'm gonna rape you anyway." I probably shouldn't even be reading this kind of book. I'm literally 13 years old and I'm talking about rape. And with that, well, you have a few other interesting subjects to really talk about. And with that, he's thought, wait, this actually proves that she will never love me. She will never like me at all in my entire darn life. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? He says, "What am I doing here? You know what? Go away. You're never gonna love me anyway. What's the point of chasing after you? If that was my entire life goal. In fact, if that's not my life goal now, what is?" And goes ahead and takes her pistol though. She runs away and she never reports it because, well, he knows that Raskolnikov is the murderer. And if she says attempted rape, well, he will say Raskolnikov went ahead and was the murderer. And she doesn't want that. Next thing that really happens is that finally they actually really confess. And because they really confess right now, they're just going ahead and doing the thing in their world by going ahead and getting interrogated. Raskolnikov is being interrogated by the police. In fact, he's being really good interrogated. The policeman's thinking that he's a really good reverse psychologist. I know you're the murderer. I'm the only reason why I'm not arresting you. It's because of lack of proof. I still don't believe that painter guy's confession is real because, well, he knows almost nothing about the murder. He doesn't even know about the murder at all. And, well, he's just too dumb to actually murder. He's not smart enough to even murder this cleanly. And with that, well, I got a few things to say about you. You are the murderer. I know for it. The guilt is written all over your face, little buddy. In fact, right now, I think that you should probably confess. But if you think of suicide, we'll write down where you put all the valuable loot there. It's like, okay, but I'm not the murderer, you idiot. And with that, he goes ahead and just basically runs away with a little insulting remark to the police station. And then he goes ahead, looks at Sonya again. Sonya tells him, "Alright, time to confess, little boy." Fine. He goes ahead and confesses. And before that happens, Sergei Gailov goes ahead, realizes that he doesn't have a life goal now, because he doesn't want a life goal, is my opinion. And so he goes ahead and says, "May all the old Almighty forgive me for doing this. Today, I must go ahead and do something." He writes a little confession, says that he's gonna give some pounds to Dunya, and then he goes ahead and falls asleep, shall we call it, with a gun in his hand, because the gun that Sonya tried to use to shoot at him would just graze his temple. And that's it. That's Sonnet. That's FYODOR Dostoyevsky's Crime and Punishment, Part 6. Oh, and what happened to Raskolnikov, you ask? Well, Raskolnikov confessed. And I knew it, yeah! that, well, he goes ahead and just says, I knew it! I just knew it! And the police officer arrests him in the spot. And then he says, well, you better go to Siberia. Oh, right. So Vidragilov only gave Dunya the money because, well, he tells her, you must use this to go to Siberia. Or if your brother. Siberia? My brother's not going to Siberia. He's confessed. Wait, what? Yeah, and that later he falls asleep. And that's it. That's it for today. That's part 6, and I'll see you guys in the epilogue, which is technically part 7 because it still has its own chapters. See you guys then. Until next time, peace. Bye-bye. Wear a helmet. Bye.